Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 10th Ward, even on this blustery fall day. I want to thank everyone for being here this morning. This is such an important event for the 10th Ward and the people that live and work here. And I'm joined today by Chicago's very own Mayor Lori Lightfoot, State Representative Marcus Evans, Tony Reinhardt from Ford, Tom George from NorthPoint, Kobe Melander, Chairman of the UAW, Joliet Mayor Bob Odekirk, Carissa Juarez Del Rio from Senator Dick Durbin's office, April Williams Luster from Congresswoman Robin Kelly's office. So I just want to say something really quick. 3 years ago, when I met the guys from NorthPoint, they literally took a chance on what used to be an old steel mill. This land laid vacant and dormant for probably 30 years. It used to be home to Republic Steel. 20,000 men and women worked here. Now with this new development, we're gonna put 1,400 people back to work. And in today's economy, that's no small sack of potatoes. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for being here, and I'd like to turn it over to my friend, Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Thank you, Sue, and good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here. I, too, want to recognize some of the other elected officials and stakeholders who are here today because, as the Alderwoman said, getting this kind of development off the ground truly takes a village. It takes an all-hands-on-deck commitment, and we can't understate the importance of the people who are here today bringing to life a dream for the people on the southeast side. I want to thank Mayor Odekirk from Joliet, State Representative Marcus Evans, Ford Regional Director of Community and Government Affairs, Tony Reinhardt, and NorthPoint founder and CEO, Nathaniel Hagethorn. Today we're gathered here to make history by celebrating the official opening of the first Commerce Park building and the groundbreaking of the other four, all of which will make up the largest industrial development built in Chicago in decades. You can clap for that. And combined with Ford's nearby Torrance Avenue assembly plant will create the largest industrial park in our entire city. This project is truly emblematic of our city's commitment to innovation, inclusion, and economic empowerment. As Sue said, for nearly 20 years, the ground we're standing on was barren, simply an empty shell of the economic powerhouse it once was, where Republic Steel was up and running. And as an aside, I know a lot about Republic Steel. Many of you know I grew up in a steel town in Ohio. Republic Steel was the largest employer in my town. And when it left a deep wound in my town that still hasn't been healed. So the fact that we are standing on that ground here in Chicago and we are ushering in a new day with new opportunity for employment is a major accomplishment. And again, kudos to everyone involved in making this dream a reality. So that's 20 years of potential jobs and opportunities lost by the surrounding southeast side communities. But today we're here to reverse that trend and empower this neighborhood with the economic resources it needs now more than ever. And our city's southeast side will now produce some of the most iconic brands such as the Lincoln Aviator and the Ford Explorer, as well as serve as an incubator for ongoing innovation and technology advancement with Ford, with the expansion of production of hybrid and all-electric model vehicles. Again, a great accomplishment. To house these productions, this project leverages an impressive $164 million investment to create a nearly 200-acre and 2.3 million square foot space for light manufacturing, assembly, and logistics. Currently, the project supports 500 annual construction jobs, but once the rest of this campus is complete, it will support up to 1,400 good-paying, sustainable, and permanent jobs. To ensure that residents of the campus's surrounding communities will benefit from the opportunities it will bring, NorthPoint partnered with organized labor, community organizations, and our city to ensure that these opportunities will go to local employers, subcontractors, and residents from underrepresented backgrounds. And I also have to give a shout out to Ford for another important collaboration. Ford has teamed up with nonprofits in our city and surrounding suburbs to distribute medical-grade masks to residents across Chicagoland. This tremendous effort, in addition to the recent donation of 1 million face masks to Chicago alone, will help protect our most at-risk communities and further strengthen our city and state response to COVID-19. And just a reminder, folks, COVID-19 is still very much part of our presence. So thank you to Ford for what you're doing to help partner with local communities in our response to COVID-19. This is truly the power of public and private sector partnerships. And this is exactly the kind of economic and community investments we need to see in times like these. And let me share a personal story with you about why this development really makes a difference for me. In the closing days of the general election in 2019, I was down here on the southeast side at iconic Lawn Car. You know the bar, famous for the chicken. It was a cold day, colder than today. And the cold wind blowing off the lake made it feel like it was in the middle of winter, not the end of March. And as I was leaving the bar, this big dude, I mean, he was big, came up and said, Lori, can I have a moment with you? I said, all right. And I always have to admit to you, I was a little bit nervous because this big dude that I didn't know came seemingly out of nowhere and wanted to have a conversation. So I walked up to him. He said, look, can you just bring us jobs? We want to work. We know how to work, but we need the opportunity and jobs. I've never forgotten that moment. This man was nearly in tears. Not just asking for something for himself, but something for his community. We know that people on the southeast side are some of the best, hardest working workers in the region, not just the city. And we owe it to them to heed that man's plea, to make sure that we don't forget the southeast side, that we bring more economic development and jobs to these neighborhoods that have been starving for good paying jobs and work to rebuild their communities for way too long. So let this be the start, not the end, of a moment where we recognize and support the aspirations of the men and women who worked hard on ground like this and deserve our support to make sure that their future and the future of their children is just as bright as we can possibly make it be. And I'm committed to doing that, to working with Sue Garza, to working with stakeholders on the ground to make sure that we create a better tomorrow for the southeast side of Chicago. And we will do just that. And now it's my great pleasure to welcome up Representative Marcus Evans to say a few words. Representative.
Wow, coming behind all that passion. Thank you, Alderman Garza, and thank you, Mayor Lightfoot, for your hard work. A round of applause for our mayor and the passion that she's bringing and the opportunity that she's bringing to this city. Well, me and Sue Garza, we live on the southeast side of Chicago, so this is our community. When we leave here today, we'll be in this community, and people do want jobs, and people want opportunities, and they want to see that reflected on the actions of the elected officials. I join these great local leaders, Alderman Sue Garza and our great mayor, to do work in Springfield, to assist them, to bring jobs and opportunities, to bring labor, union jobs, to bring construction, to bring development to the southeast side of Chicago. Thank you, Mayor, for that commitment. And on behalf of myself, of course, Governor Pritzker, and all my local state representatives and state senators in the community, we thank you, NorthPoint, for your commitment to our community. And we thank, of course, Ford. Ford has been a staple in this community for so many years. Friends of mine, neighbors, work at Ford, and they bring that money back to the community to pay mortgages and to enjoy this city. So another great round of applause for the next man, and I'll be bringing up Tony Reinhardt from Ford. Give him a great round of applause.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's indeed a pleasure to be here today on behalf of Ford Motor Company and our UAW partners, 6,000 plus strong. We've been a part of the South Side, part of Chicago since 1926. We've seen a lot of change. Matter of fact, about 20 years ago, I took a ride through the property just to the south, a brownfield site where we were looking to create a manufacturing campus, and it made me wonder how in the world it would ever become what it became not too far after that. And to be here today and see this continued growth and expansion on the South Side, to see what NorthPoint is doing, I applaud them for their investment, is a great thing to see. But none of that happens without public-private partnerships. None of that happens without the help from the City of Chicago, in particular Mayor Lightfoot, who we say thank you to for all your help and work down here, and my good friend, Alderwoman Garza, who is always there to work with us on a lot of things that we have to do here as a business entity on the South Side. We really want to see this continue to grow, and we took possession of the building just to the south here recently as the first expansion in the new Commerce Park, and we're proud of that. It was part of our recent investment. We invested another $1 billion into Chicago Assembly, and to get the new Explorer and the brand new Aviator on the road, both of which are selling well, and we're doing well at the plant under the circumstance like everybody is. And I also want to say thank you to the mayor for a shout out for our efforts on PPE. You know, when the COVID hit, we got involved with a number of things. I never dreamed I'd be, you know, selling face shields or giving away face masks or involved with PAPRs or, you know, all the different things we've done in terms of those type of things. But it's something that needs to be done. It's just, you know, what we have to do during these times. We are doing a PPE day today with our dealers in the Chicagoland area and working with the Rainbow Push Coalition and also with By Your Hand, and we're out there today giving out, this afternoon we'll be giving out masks, but we're glad to be here. We've been here for almost 100 years and want to continue to be a part of Chicago and part of the Southland. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tom George and go back to modeling one of our fine Ford face masks here. Thank you.
Quite the model he is, too. So I'm the official thanker. I want to start by thanking all of you. I took a run to my car to get an extra mask, and I thought, I'm going to do this a couple of times just to warm up. So thanks so much for standing out here in this cold weather. Really do appreciate it. I want to thank Ruth Olson. I don't know where she is, but there she is. Ruth set everything up today, and this was a huge task, so thank you so much. She came here from our Kansas City office to help make sure everything went smoothly. I want to thank the NorthPoint Chicago team that works on this project. Christian Evangelista, Christina Hubasek, Katie Gonzalez, and Dan Zook. They have just worked tireless hours, and as you can imagine, every day is a new surprise on this project, and they just take it all in stride and keep us all moving forward, so really appreciate that. We want to thank our contractors who built this building and are building all the roads and the buildings that'll start as of today. Clayco, Meridian, and Passion Contractors, and they did a lot to help even set this event up. And a special thank you to the hardworking women and men of the construction trades who work out here every day, rain or shine, cold or heat, to make this project happen. And we really do appreciate what they do for us. I want to thank Tony Reinhardt for coming and for his comments, and again, thank them for Ford's commitment to the southeast side. It is huge. It makes all the difference. Thank you to Representative Evans for coming and for his support and his kind words. I really do appreciate that. I want to thank Mayor Odekirk for coming from Joliet. Joliet's the home of our next project, and we really appreciate you coming, Mayor. I want to thank Commissioner Cox and the entire Department of Planning and Development. I think at this point we've worked with just about every single person in the Department of Planning and Development, and they've been wonderful to work with. A big thank you to Mayor Lightfoot. Really do appreciate your continued support and your leadership during these unprecedented times. And last and certainly not least, I want to thank Sue Garza, Alderwoman Garza, all of her amazing staff. Many of you are here today. Really appreciate you coming. The 10th Ward, all of our neighbors here have just been fantastic. It's been a partnership that we could only dream of. It really all started around a table in Sue's office, and we said it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of tough things to get through, and she will tell you that that's true. We talk all the time, and we deal with issues really on a weekly basis, if not daily. So that partnership just means the world to us. It's something that we couldn't have imagined. So we really do appreciate the partnership that we've had there. That's it for the officials. Now what we're going to do is grab some shovels and turn some dirt. And then again, I want to thank you all for coming. And there are all kinds of refreshments over here that Ruth worked really hard to make sure we're ready. So don't leave without having some or taking some with you. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it.
Everyone smile behind your mask.
Smile with your eyes.
Elder woman, you want to count us down on the count of 3?
1, 2, 3.